I don't want to get into all the vile and irresponsible and stupid things our alleged future president and his gaggle of scumbags chose to say during our darkest and most terrifying hour. The fact that they chose to attack our firefighters, who apparently aren't white enough to be out there risking their lives on our behalf.
You want to see somebody that responds to your house, your emergency, whether it's a medical call or a fire call, that looks like you. It gives that person a little bit more ease, knowing that somebody might understand their situation better. Is she strong enough to do this? Or, you couldn't carry my husband out of a fire. Which my response is, he got himself in the wrong place if I have to carry him out of a fire.
This is fine. I'm okay with the events that are unfolding currently. That's okay.
What's on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and obviously everything that's going on out in LA needs no kind of introduction, but we have now entered the influencer stage of the devastation. We have entered the Jimmy Kimmel fake crying on TV, just so that he can take a roundabout, dig at Trump over it. It's one of the most insane things. Jimmy Kimmel represents everything that is like hilariously wrong with liberals. And I would say he is like so bought and paid for, so deep in the cult, even though as his ratings are plummeting, he continues to stay the course and be one of the slimiest pieces of trash ever, taking all of everyone's suffering in LA. Of course, Jimmy Kimmel didn't suffer anything as far as I know, and using it as a way to whip up his TDS infected fans to blast Donald Trump is not going over well on social media. And then obviously we have a big update more on some of the DEI stuff in LA and these wins that are coming in, and all this stuff is crazy. I do want to point out, thank you so much. We had 1,500 subscribers over on Quartercast yesterday. I do a live show every day. Today I'll be live with Melanie Mack and Hannah Claire Brimlow. Wednesdays are Hannah Claire and Styx. Thursdays, Melanie Mack and Gothics. Fridays, Luke Rudkowski, plus special guests. We're live every day at 1 o'clock, and it is my sincere goal to get this channel to 100,000 subscribers by my birthday in April. I'm hoping we can add another 1,500 today. We're live every day at 1 Eastern there, as well as on Rumble. If you're open to trying Rumble, downloading the Rumble app, follow The Quartering there. I'd prefer you watch there. However, if you're a YouTube-only viewer, I still really, really hope that you'll tune in and you'll watch us over on Quartercast. Link will be in the description. There's, of course, clips and shorts and all sorts of stuff you can watch of the show there, too. So thank you for tuning in. An emotional Jimmy Kimmel claims that Donald Trump, of all people, attacked LA firefighters for not being sufficiently white. Not only is this just verifiably false, it's bonkers. He has not done that. And you see this, I'll be honest, even liberals are like, I don't follow everything Trump says these days. Where are the alleged comments made by Trump? I'd like to see for myself. Surprise, he never said it.
As you know, it has been a very scary, very stressful, very strange week here in LA.
He's already crying. Before he starts his monologue, I think he wipes some, what do they put, menthol in their eyes? He has the voice quiver going. This guy is the fakest scumbag on the planet. He is now using LA suffering. He's no better than Meghan Markle going out there and saying, look at all these burnt houses. Let me definitely not have a professional film crew with me as I survey the damage.
Where we work, where we live, where our kids go to school. We are back in our studio, which we had to evacuate on Wednesday. That's our building right there, the El Capitan. That is how close this fire was to our theater here. Many of us had to leave our homes in a hurry. Some of our coworkers lost their homes.
Jimmy Kimmel's worth $100 million. I'm sure he could probably help them out.
That's Hollywood. It's been terrible. It's been terrible. Everyone who lives in this city knows someone, most of us multiple people, families, friends, colleagues, neighbors whose houses burned down. And the truth is, we don't even know if it's over. We had 100-mile-per-hour winds fueling this nightmare. As of tonight, the winds are back. And I think I speak for all of us when I say it has been a sickening, shocking, awful experience, but has also been.
How about any criticism for your own fire department's running out of water? Jimmy Kimmel goes on to say, yeah, well, we have literal inmates out there fighting fires. Yeah, you mean like the ones Kamala Harris left in prison long beyond their sentences so they could get free labor out of them? Is that the ones? Or is it the ones that you think, I'm not sure how they can fight fires without any water because your DEI chick in charge of water can't keep the water flowing.
In a lot of ways, a beautiful experience because once again, we see our fellow men and women coming together to support each other. People who lost their own homes were out volunteering in parking lots, helping others who lost their.
I mean, true. The human spirit is amazing. It's just that Jimmy Kimmel is soulless.
And tonight, I don't.
All of that run-up, by the way, which was written by other people, all of this run-up. But this is what all of that, just so you know, all of that fake crying was so he could say this next sentence.
Get into all the vile and irresponsible and stupid things our alleged future president and his.
Oh, alleged future president. So Jimmy Kimmel's now denying the will of the people. You notice he says alleged future president?
Gaggle of scumbags chose to say during our darkest and most terrifying hour. The fact that they chose to attack our firefighters, who apparently aren't white enough to be.
Nobody attacked the firefighters. Show me one place where the firefighters, the boots on the ground, received any criticism. This is why this man is evil. This is why liberal media is vile. Anybody watching this, who watches this, will believe what Jimmy Kimmel is saying. Show me anywhere where people are in any kind of numbers talking about how, the firefighters are not white enough. They're talking about the shortage of firefighters. They're talking about woke policies. They're talking about a fat, obese woman of color who likes other women, saying that if a man got caught in a fire, he got himself in the wrong place. Nobody's talking about her skin color. They're talking about the stupid crap she says. They're talking about your stupid idiot Latinx in charge of water who makes $750,000 a year, more than double the white man she replaced, by the way. And the fact that she can't keep water in the fire hydrants.
Out there risking their lives on our behalf it's disgusting, but it's not surprising. Instead, I want to focus on thanking those men and women.
No, that's exactly what you did, Jimmy Kimmel. You used everyone else's suffering and pain to push the orange man bad narrative. And every liberal media outlet absolutely ate it up. Jimmy Kimmel Live resumes heartfelt thank you to firefighters. Jimmy Kimmel rips Trump's vile reaction. Jimmy Kimmel gets emotional. Bro, you voted for this. I don't want to be that guy, but you voted for these idiotic leaders that didn't clear the brush from the fires. You're the idiotic people who voted for Jimmy Kimmel, I'm talking about specifically, voted for, saving some random smelt instead of getting water into LA. Jimmy Kimmel voted for this. Disgraceful. Jimmy Kimmel falsely claims that President Trump and his supporters attacked LA firefighters for not being white. Again, 100% not true. Never did it. He doesn't want to get into what people said. He just wants to paint a blank, vague statement describing Trump and everyone behind him like they're the enemy, and that we aren't calling the truth to irresponsibility and poor leadership. Jimmy Kimmel, once again, is proven to be a liar. He labels his actions as comedy while I see them as disgusting, targeted hate. Jimmy Kimmel is a complete liar. I'm really starting to see what people call TDS. So pretty much Jimmy's saying that the gaggle of scumbags, American people, who all voted for him, got it. Trump criticized DEI hires. They literally said equity was their number one priority. Yet, interestingly, Trump, Trump, by the way, for the past 8 years has been ringing the alarm bells about potential wildfires in LA and calling out their dumb leadership for ignoring what needs to happen, ignoring what it's going to take to protect it. So excuse me if I don't think that Jimmy Kimmel is being very genuine here. Excuse me if I'm not going to squirt a tear for Jimmy Kimmel. He voted for this. He told other people to vote for it, and voting has consequences. Yes, I know. I have a lot of viewers in California that are suffering because they live with other people who happen to be moronic. Other people who vote for insane things. Not what I know that a lot of people in California didn't vote for this. And that's why I'm not speaking to them. But he's getting absolutely dragged onto it. Bum. It's time ABC finds somebody who's not as dumb as Jimmy Kimmel, because this is ridiculous. No bigger D-bag and garbage person like Jimmy Kimmel. Can't stand Jimmy Kimmel. None of this stuff. Meanwhile, LA fire ravaged LA, braces for now extreme risk of blaze spreading, new one sparking as catastrophic winds worsen. You notice how the conversation now is about winds? Because that way they can weave it into climate more easily, right? Although the winds are in fact, making things worse. We will see conditions gradually improve once we get past today, but gusts are still possible. While the winds aren't predicted to reach 100-mile-an-hour hurricane force gusts that were recorded late last week, they said there's still significant risk of new fires starting, and because illegal immigrants or illegals are getting caught with walking around with blowtorches. I wonder what's happening. It's going to be dry out as we head through the day. Any vegetation that hasn't burned yet is going to be very, very dry, very, very flammable. National Weather Service is issuing its most dire warning yet. Noted that the weather could be particularly dangerous because of the high winds. The enhanced verbiage from National Weather Service out in LA is definitely warranted. These people lost everything. By the way, Joe Biden gave them $700. Joe Biden gave them $780, I believe. I think $780. Let's see. I believe it was $700. Money to LA. $770. Can't even buy a pack of smokes for that out in LA. So Joe Biden sent $700 out there. Appalachia, North Carolina, stuff like that still hasn't been rebuilt. Our government's a total joke. Joe Biden's a joke. If Gavin Newsom had listened to Donald Trump 6 years ago, none of this would be happening, or it would be much more better contained. But I guess you got to be able to have Jimmy Kimmel go on TV and fake cry. Otherwise, what are we doing here? Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it. If you haven't yet, please subscribe or follow down below. Please do remember, if you made it to the end, go subscribe to Quartercast today. Help me try to hit 100,000 subscribers. Let's see if we can get 1,000 new subscribers today. Really hope you tune into the show at 1 Eastern, and we'll talk to you again real soon.